Yardy hardy diddly dar, golden booty will get you real far. Don't try to stop me, you'll be seeing some stars. I be a pirate. Oh, welcome back, mateys. You caught me right in the middle of me shanty writing session. I be trying to write a hit new song for the sailors that spend their days out on the sea. You see, most pirates around these parts only know like 5 or 6 songs. So this seemed to be a good opportunity for me to become a smash hit pirate singer-songwriter, just like the Sloop Street lads. But enough about that. I've got some other things that have just come up. Like this sloop over here hanging out at this outpost. I've got a bucket full of stomach sludge with the captain's name on it. You know what they say. Yo ho ho and a bucket of puke. Well, maybe they don't say that, but I do. Anyway, it's gonna be a bit before I make it over there, and I've got a tale to share with ya. Communication is very important out on the sea, but the pirates out here can be quite deceptive and just kinda trolly sometimes. I know because I've been on both sides of it. This particular tale be one about a lack of attention, common sense, and awareness. Make sure you have all of these things with you if you decide to take a trip to these murky waters. The Sea of Thieves is a perilous place, and if you don't, you may end up pirating just as pathetically as these poor plunderless picaroons. They were an easy target, that be for sure. I mean, look at them. They have absolutely no idea what just happened. And off to Davy Jones they go. It'd just be a case of the wrong place at the wrong time for them. They just happened to be approaching an outpost that I was occupying, so I took the opportunity and started doing what us pirates do best. Plundering. And really, it'd be a valuable lesson to these sloopers. And I know I always be talking about lessons, but this really be an important one. Always be on alert and ready for a quick escape, or a sneaky lad like myself might climb onto your vessel and make it me own. It was about time to take their booty and make it my booty, so I had to hop and run over to the chest-obsessed gold hoarder to fill me pockets full of coin. The slooper duo had returned from Davy Jones, and they weren't ready to part with their chests. Luckily, my readiness kinda canceled out their not-so-readiness for the most part. I fought one, a bit more sloppily than I would have liked, but I got the job done, and kept going for the last chest. Slooper number 2 was still out and about, but I figured it wouldn't be much of a problem. I'd be dodging them pretty well, and alright. That didn't feel too great. Anyway, like I was saying, me hopping skills seemed to be greater than their shooting skills, so I wasn't too worried. We played ring around the outpost for a bit, then I decided to make me way back to the sloop, which had a fresh arrival from Mr. Jones waiting on board. No problem. Me blunderbuss was the solution for this, like it usually is for many other problems. After healing me wounds with a few plundered portions of potassium, I decided it was time to go hide myself up in one of me favorite spots, the crow's nest. Me go-to place for napping and hiding. It was pretty much a game of waiting at this point, and I be used to playing that game. But things were about to get a little more complicated, because me stomach be acting up, and something real bad be trying to escape from inside me gut. You see, us pirates have a pretty limited selection of food out here, so when I was offered some fermented fish heads, I couldn't pass it up. Oh no. It'd be just like the time I was at me favorite theme park, and me mateys convinced me to try some of gumbo. Me stomach feels like it's gonna turn inside out and... oh. Okay, that be feeling much better now, but there's no way they didn't hear that. What? Alright, I must have gotten lucky this time. Or, maybe I didn't get lucky. Maybe these two pirates are just so polite and such good hosts that they didn't want to call me out on my breaking of the wind. Maybe I had these two pegged wrong from the start. Then again, maybe this whole thing be a test, and I be part of some pirate social experiment. Maybe they know that I be up in their crow's nest. Alright, I can play this game. I will apologize to this crew for making their crow's nest smell like the megalodon's megalashits. Huh. Alright. Maybe not. They really are just that oblivious to everything. Back to the waiting game it is. I took a little nap, and when I awoke we were stopped at Old Faithful Isle. The two slooping sailors down below looked like they were ready to go find some treasure. It seemed like all this waiting might finally pay off. Hunting after treasure chests is great and everything, but letting two other pirates do all the work for you without even knowing it might make it that much more satisfying. After I was sure the boat was out of their sight, I decided to take advantage of the fact that the sloopers were on the island, and I emptied their banana barrel. I was hungry, and I didn't want those two sailors running below deck to heal if we ended up fighting again. Then, it was back up to the nest, where I kept waiting. I'd come this far already, so why stop now? The pair of pirates weren't having an easy time on the island, that much I could tell from their many returns from the ferry of the damned. The hordes of hungry sharks that would swarm them each time they jumped in the water didn't help speed things up either. Things were starting to take way longer than I was prepared for, and I started to become a somewhat impatient pirate. Eventually, I just kinda ran out of patience and jumped down to check and see if they brought any loot on board. Nope. That was it. I couldn't wait any longer. I needed something to happen, even if it was just being discovered and having to fight for me life. I had a plan, but I never thought these pirates were going to react the way they did. Huh. Well, maybe they didn't see the... Oh. Whoops. Really? How was it that they bought that? I mean, come on. Seriously? Oh well. Like I said before, make sure to bring your common sense with you on the sea. That tip itself may seem like common sense, but you know what? If that tip is already common sense to you, then you probably don't fit into the group of pirates that be needing tips like that in the first place. Congratulations. You have common sense. Well, that'd be pretty much the end of this tale. After the sloopers scuttled, I decided to go down with the ship and take a much-needed aqua nap. It'd be a seadog trick passed down from me pirate parents. Good for me old bones, too. Yeah. Shh. I be sneaking. Well, he certainly isn't paying attention in the right direction. That's too bad. Yeah. They say hindsight be 20/20. I guess I should take a look around for treasure. Other pirates. Anything, really. Nothing? Alright. Up to the nest it is. Oh, looks like there be a second pirate after all. Well, since I'm set up all cozy and comfy up here, I suppose I have time for another tale. Aye, time isn't something I really need to worry about right now. Not like the situation me and me matey were stuck in a while back. Let me tell you about it. Skeleton forts be a great way to fill your pockets full of coin, and that be just what me and me matey were looking to do. It be something that many pirates enjoy doing, and because of that, you need to keep your peepers on the sea from time to time to look out for other pirates that might want to come and take your booty. But the truth be that other pirates were the least of our problems that day. Aye. Something rare happened that day. Something to let us know, if we wanted that treasure, we'd better get moving.
Oh, we can finish within that time, easy. Let's fucking go. Let's get it done.
Me matey was confident we could finish in time. And I believed he was right. But we were both smart enough to know that we couldn't afford to waste any time. We slashed when it was time to slash. The leafy little landlubbers didn't stand a chance, even if there were a lot of them. The bony bandanaed bastards blasted and beat us with their swords.
I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm dead.
They took me matey, but not for long.
Respawning.
Then it was my turn to go visit the ghostly galleon. We could probably afford a couple of trips to Mr. Jones's cruise ship, but time was worth everything, and so we did what we could to spend it wisely. The slashings continued for a while, and things were going swimmingly. That is, until I made the mistake of getting a bit too close to a bunch of goldies while carrying a boom barrel.
Holy shit.
Whoops.
I think I can detonate it before they get too far from it.
It worked out anyway.
They're all dead.
Apart from the few trips to the ferry, and the many close calls caused by the skellies, things couldn't have been going smoother for us two pirates.
Oh, I'm getting so close to death so many times.
We checked the horizons every so often, and kept fighting our way through these bone-headed bitches. More and more undead marrow and cartilage fell to the floor as our cutlasses carved through the soulless creatures. The sound of bone crunching against metal echoed through the main building as we got closer and closer to finishing what we'd started. And before we knew it, the captain was up and ready to fight. Captain Firebomb Dom's arrival helped reawaken my desire to blow everything up again.
I'm back.
Which, unfortunately, sent me back to the Ferry of the Damned. On the other hook, it did kill most of the skellies, and me matey finished off the captain without a problem.
He's dead.
The skeletons were defeated, and the vault was opened. But we still had to make it back to an outpost before the sea forced us out. We moved our loot to our boat as quickly as we could, not wasting any time, not certain if we were even going to make it. We grabbed the last few bundles of booty, then plotted our course to the outpost.
Galleon's Grave and Daggertooth. Daggertooth sucks. Let's go to Galleon's.
Unfortunately, the wind had other plans for us, so we had to turn around.
Straight up fucking wind. Southwest. Going to Daggertooth.
Time was running out, and we had no choice but to go to the most inconvenient outpost for quick turn-ins. Things weren't looking good, but we still had a chance.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to pop up and say 5 eventually, and then straight into 4.
Either way, we sure made quick work of that skull fort.
Well, with no competition, we can complete and sell a stronghold in about 30 minutes.
Aye.
Fuck.
Indeed, Chris. Fuck indeed. I hopped off with the stronghold skull while me matey pulled the boat around. We only had about 2 minutes left, so every second was precious. The gold hoarder tent felt like it was miles away, but I ran that stronghold chest over there as quickly as I could. We fought countless skeletons, plundered the treasure of Captain Firebomb Dom, and came this close to sailing our way to victory with a full turn. But you know what? Even though we didn't keep all the gold from our adventure, there was one treasure found that day, which no one could take away. The treasure of friendship. Wait. That'd not be true at all. We were mateys long before that adventure. And what if a shark ate one of us? I feel like taking up residence with Davy Jones could complicate a friendship or two. But hey, what do I know? I just be an old seadog, with a thirst for booty, a palate for plundering, and a craving for crusades. Anyway, after that, things kinda just went black for a while, until the seas decided to let us back in another day. For another adventure.
Fuck.
Alright, if this boat would just stop moving so damn much, I could probably take the shot. Wasn't me. I not even be here. I just be part of the crow's nest. Well, I guess I could get back to writing me shanty. Let's see. Yar. Me mates be worried. Peg's weak, arms are scurvied. Spilled grog on me booty already. Pirate spaghetti. No. Nobody wants to hear a shanty about pirate spaghetti. I guess I'll just go down there and cover those pirates in puke. I don't think they even noticed me coming down from the crow's nest. In that case, I guess I'd be having some time to grab a blunderbuss. I'll just walk right up here and... Hello. Pirate stab. Dodge. Yar. Tactical chunder. Oh, shit. Well, that was a bit of an inconvenience. I'll just climb back up and... Did you get hit with a bit of bile there, matey? Alright, it'd be time for you to go be dead with your captain now. Seriously, just go check out Dave's place. I hear the view from there be quite something right now. A blunder and a quick slash or two ought to do it. Let me know how the view is. I'm just gonna climb up and... Oh, almost forgot. I better fill me pockets full of nanners first. Now, back to the crow's nest. You know, that whole thing went a lot better than it could have. I've been in some sketchy situations during me days as a pirate, and I gotta say, being the boarding, killing, ship-sinking kind of pirate can be a whole lot of fun. But sometimes I just be trying to have me a nice boat ride across the sea, casually digging up chests and enjoying the sights to be seen. The thing is, not every other pirate will just sit by and let that happen. Which reminds me of another tale I'd like to tell. Lots of people have heard the saying, let sleeping dogs lie. But what most people don't know is that old saying comes from an even older pirate saying, let slooping sea dogs sail. If you happen to chase some ordinary scallywag, you might catch up and get exactly what you came for. But if you end up chasing an old sea dog with plenty of pirating experience under his belt, you'll probably only catch him when he lets you. My first priority was making sure they couldn't take me booty. They couldn't have what wasn't there. And it was one less thing for me to worry about when the fighting started. Which was right now.
I'm getting fucked up. I'm fucked up. I'm overboard.
Yup.
He's coming after me. I think.
Nope.
He messed me up. He messed me up.
Their communication skills seemed okay enough, which is one thing every good crew needs.
He's down below.
Where is he?
But they seemed to lack patience, which I could have used to my advantage.
Hold on. Let me eat.
I could have.
Push up. Let him push up.
if I'd been more patient myself.
Where'd you put them on ours? Oh, you put them in the back.
I just put him on top.
They had me gold chickens,
He's up, he's up.
and they spotted me.
Where's he?
I had to be patient.
Is he on our boat?
He's coming up the ladder.
I needed to split them up, fight one at a time.
Where'd he go?
I not be too sure how jumping over here confused them, but, sure, I'll take it.
In the water.
And sure, they were on to me once again, but this simple trap could be just what I be needing.
Chasing, I'm chasing. Oh, what?
Gotcha.
Did he kill you?
Yep. Always guard your ladders. Yeah. After tending to me sinking boat, I decided to jump over and get rid of the other slooper. The problem was that I was a bit too cocky and a bit too sloppy with me assault. He sent me first class, back to Davy Jones.
Got him.
At this point, I pretty much had it.
Going off to the right. Is he up yet?
I be up all right.
Taking on water.
Yeah.
We're taking on water.
Whoops.
Go.
I had one shot, one opportunity, and I wasn't gonna let it slip.
Captain?
Ahoy.
Yep.
He's definitely
getting
coming up onto the boat.
Well, he wasn't entirely wrong, but he did just basically warn me not to come up just yet. If only they would have checked their ladders.
Turn.
I was exactly where I wanted to be, and they
What are you doing? Why'd you drop anchor?
they wanted to kill me.
Because we're gonna fucking murder this man?
I couldn't blame them, really.
Oh.
But these lads had tunnel vision, and that would end up being their downfall.
Oh, he's on our boat behind. He killed me.
I made myself look like an easy target, running away and crashing into the outpost with me plain sails on me plain sloop. But they never expected me to come up behind them while they were blasting their cannons. It was time to raise their anchor, take the helm, and point them right towards the outpost. I crashed one sloop into it. Why not make it two? It wouldn't be long before they returned, so I grabbed what I needed and headed where I needed to go.
Bail our boat. We can do it, and we're getting on it.
They had their fun.
Where's the spawn?
It was time for mine. They didn't even consider that I might still be on their boat, in their crow's nest. Like I said before, it'd be one of me favorite spots.
I'm down below. I'm
Fucking kid's
fixing.
boat at.
One of the sloopers ran off, looking for a slice of revenge that he just wasn't going to find. At least, not over there. The others stayed back and started tending to their sinking ship. I decided to play the waiting game until the moment was right. When it was, I hopped down and got to business. Pirate business, that is. I walked around for a moment and almost missed my opportunity by walking right past him. Almost,
I just got hit again.
but not quite.
Where is he hiding on our boat?
Was it a fair fight? Not really. But who said it really had to be? I not be the only pirate that can use strategery around here. After that, it was back up to me home away from home to go for another round of the waiting game. Again, once the time was right, I jumped down and got to work. And, just like the last time, he didn't see me coming.
Why?
Why? What you be meaning, why? You and your mates chased after me.
Alright, this kid's coming out of nowhere.
Well, I be coming out of your crow's nest, but you can believe that I be a magical pirate if you'd like. It be your right as a citizen of the sea, I guess. Or something. Your boat's gone too, so, I guess I'll just let you have that one. At this point, I thought it would be best for me to head back to me boat that was somehow still afloat. I don't know what the other slooper was doing the whole time I was killing his crewmate, but one thing he for sure wasn't doing was sinking me sloop. That was a mistake. I climbed up to discover the little lad fiddling around with me sails.
Sail up.
I blasted a bit too early, and me element of surprise was gone. It was time for a fight, and it was a sloppy one. I hopped around like a hyper rabbit, wildly swinging me cutlass while trying to dodge his blunderbuss.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He was obviously frustrated, and that only made me feel more confidence in my ability to win this fight.
Nobody hit me fucking twice with a fucking sword and I'm almost dead.
Jumping off me boat to blunder him in the back was a risky move. One that me opponent could have easily countered by watching the ladders. But he didn't, and now he was dead.
Dude, what? I'm fucking... This is unbelievable.
With the 2 sloopers taken care of, it was time to patch up me boat and get me chickens back. Me boat was wedged pretty good, which is probably why it was able to sit here for so long without sinking. Me parking job worked out better than I thought. After unwedging me sloop, I grabbed me other golden little pal and plotted out me next voyage. That day, I was the one being chased, and the sloopers had the upper hand. At first, but they didn't know who they were chasing after, or how much I would do to get me little chicken buddies back on me boat. They must have never heard that old pirate saying, "Let slooping seadogs sail." Yar. I still be waiting up in their crow's nest. This be going on for far too long. While I was telling you that last tale, we went to the sunken grove while I waited. They searched for like a whole day while I waited. Then, finally, they came back to the ship and started moving again while I waited. That brings us to here. We finally be heading over to an outpost, and I be done waiting. I think it'd be time to make me presence known to the crew of this here sloop. I'll play them the song of me long-lost matey Timothy. That'd be a sure way to get their attention. Are you fucking kidding me right now? What be the deal with me running into blind and deaf pirates? Did they just assume they left the radio on or something? And they didn't even bother to take the time to anchor. It be time for me to go take what I've been waiting for. Whoops. Come here, you little scallywag. I got a present for you. Come on, I need you a bit closer. Damn it. I wish I had me eye of reach. Or a pistol. Something with better range. Oh, ow. I be hurting real bad. Bananas always seem to help. Another one ought to do the trick. I really didn't expect these 2 landlubbers to have so much fight in them. Unfortunately for them, I just don't think it's going to be quite enough. Say goodbye to your precious seafarer's chest. Whatever, booty be booty at least. It'd not be like these 2 scallywags were going to pull up with a bunch of stronghold loot and a chest of legends. I should probably head back over to their sloop and see if they have anything else. I did spend a lot of time waiting, and it'd be kinda hard for me to believe that, during all that time, they only dug up 1 chest. Then again, these sloopers are probably relatively new to the sea. They might not really know what they be doing yet. I don't know. Maybe I should feel bad for taking their booty. Nah. I just be teaching them an important lesson about the sea. It doesn't really matter which lesson, just pick one from before, I don't care. It probably applies to this situation. I guess I'll just stay up here and do a little bit more waiting until either the sloopers come back, or their boat decides that it would rather spend its time underwater. And there goes one of the sloopers right now. Probably to try and find me. I just need a few things before this boat goes full submarine. Then I should be on my way to go and finish this little encounter for good. Alright, now that the boat's gone, I can go clear the island of sloopers. Well, all sloopers except me. Then I can go back and grab the priceless castaway's chest. of legends. Just pretend, okay? I just want to make sure that I not be walking into some kind of trap is all. You never know out on these seas. Pirates like to try and pull some crazy stuff out on the open water. So it'd always be a good idea to avoid underestimating your enemy out here. Also, don't underestimate sharks. If you be swimming with them, they'd probably be hungry for you. I'm sure you don't want to be dinner. I know I don't. Okay. I'll grab a few supplies and... Where exactly is this guy? I wonder if he's still even beyond the island. Only one way to find out. I'm going to hide in this bush. Yahar! What a plan. He'll never see it coming. I'll be lying here, hiding in this bush, and he'll walk on by and then we'll fight or something. It'd be I guess it'd not be that great of a plan. I'll figure something else out then. What if I were to go over and climb up onto this building over here? That way, I can have a great vantage point and... Oh. Hello. Yar, did you like that? Well, here, take one more for the ferry. Did you see that? I totally got him. He was all like, "You're never gonna hit me," and I was like, "Oh yeah." It was a close fight who I be kidding? He just stood there like his mind was off somewhere else. Like, he didn't even move. Yeah. Well, I be tired. And it'd be about time for me to call it a day for pirating. At least, until the next time. Maybe I'll just work on me shanty a bit before I find a good crow's nest or bush to sleep in. Flardy-dardy yiddly-flee, you be walking the plank, I be sailing the sea. Don't spill me grog, I don't care if it's free. I be a pirate.